Welcome back to the Psychic Next Door. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here with me today. Since I posted your readings for the month of May, my guides have been showing me the zodiac signs, but within their respective elements. And a bit of a nudge to do another set of readings for you all as a bonus for the month of May. So here we are, we're going to get into it. All right, so this beautiful reading is for my incredible earth signs. We've got Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. My goal today and always is to provide you all clarity and peace through these spirit-driven messages. Remember, guys, these are just general readings, not one-to-one. So if it doesn't resonate, just leave it behind. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by drawing some oracle cards, okay? And while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle them, and we will be discussing my off-camera meditation details for you guys. Then after that, I will pull some tarot cards for clarification. And finally, at the end, my guides have shared with me that they would like me to pull one motivational insight card for you as an end to these bonus readings. So we're absolutely going to do that for you guys today. So let's get into it. So the first bit of detail I received for you all was I heard the song What a Beautiful Day by Chris Cagle. Okay, I believe he co-wrote it as well. And then I saw a straight line, okay, like a straight line, and then an arrow going directly up. Okay, it was like shooting upwards. It first flashed a clip of the stock market to me, so it looked like things have been stagnant, and then perhaps something that you own or you've been looking at shoots up. After that vision, it then took me back to the lyrics from the Chris Cagle song I had mentioned, What a Beautiful Day. And I don't know if you guys have seen the video or not, but there's a part that they flashed to me where it's two individuals who are just doing what they do, their normal routine, right? And they bump into each other on the street. Perhaps this is a sign, my dear earth signs, of what's to come for you here in the near future. Then they showed me the words soulmate after that. Then they provided me a different type of vision, and it seemed to be like an office environment and a copy room of sorts, okay, and like a copy machine. And these two individuals who perhaps work for this relatively large corporation have a chance meeting in the copy room. So certainly take this how it take this how it resonates. I'd love to hear from you if these are similar situations that you encounter here in the next few months. The point they were trying to make, though, is this person that you're going to be meeting, it's going to be through random chance. Okay, it's kind of a bit of a surprise, if you will, out of nowhere. Then they kind of changed the subject a little bit, and they wanted me to let you guys know that hard work pays off. That was the sentence that they used. And being happy for others, being truly genuine, okay, about those feelings, like when something great happens to someone, if you are truly happy for them and it comes with no malice or no ill intention, there's going to be a situation that comes your way very similar to this. And right after that, immediately following, there's going to be a door that opens up for you. Okay, I know I'm just giving you what I'm getting. I know this seems kind of, the information seems a little jumbled or weird, but from what I can gather is a certain situation is going to arise. Internally, you could choose to be negative or not mean what you say or feel. But it shows you taking, I'm not saying the higher road, but you're truly going to realize that you're happy for them and you're taking in the joy is the best way I can explain it. that they are feeling. And by doing this, or after this situation, something begins unfolding, or something wonderful comes your way. So I'll be curious to see how some of you resonate with this. Then they wanted me to let you guys know that there's one thing that you guys truly enjoy doing, okay? And it seems to be perhaps some sort of a hobby. But whatever this is that you just love to do and you don't get to do enough of it, it takes you to your happy place, right? And you don't realize how much knowledge you have behind this particular hobby, okay? And they're letting me know that for some of you, if you choose to monetize this joy, you're actually going to be able to turn this passion into a very lucrative business, okay? For some of you, it will just remain a hobby. You just want to do more of it because you feel like you just don't get enough of it. But for some, a new leaf is turning for you. And the ability or the thought will enter your head that this could, in fact, turn into a business or a potential business for you, okay? Then they flash me a visual of an individual in a garden, okay? Which, to me, this appears to be an example for some of you that may have this as a hobby. Your knowledge behind plants and that whole scene could be so expansive and extensive that you can absolutely turn it into a business if you choose to. Okay? Then for whatever reason, they showed me LOL and did a little bit of a giggle. So you take that for what it's worth. Sometimes they just like to throw a little bit of levity into the situation. Then they flashed a vision of someone on a bike and a motorcycle. It was two separate visions. And they're letting me know this is where they feel their absolute freest. Okay? And very randomly, I will say the last thing they shared with me, and this is quite a bit of into the future prediction. I mean, what's it, 6 months plus, right? They said this Christmas holiday or Christmas season or just the holidays in December, okay, depending on how you celebrate, will bring new and exciting energy your way. They made me feel as though it was relationship driven because I did see what appeared to be two individuals just holding hands. Okay, so very interesting. My beautiful earth signs, what you have coming towards you. Let's take a look to see what we've drawn here with our oracle cards and let's see if we can pull some additional details. First one we drew for you guys is expect powerful change. Very interesting. So in alignment with perhaps the chance meeting of this individual that's coming your way, perhaps the hobby that could turn into a lucrative business, something powerful is coming for you. And the cool thing is it seems that for most of you, by the time we reach, let's say December, the holiday season, it's going to be happen or is happening, okay? Secondly, we drew work through your fears. So interestingly enough, guys, sometimes the visions come very quickly for me and I truly try and capture everything and share everything. But this is taking me back to a vision that I briefly received that I didn't touch upon. Some of you may feel very leery regarding, and this is regarding a potential new relationship. You've had some situations in the past that, let's say, haven't been so pleasant. So the thought of opening up again is really kind of, you'd rather just right now in your current energy, or maybe your future energy, this is also giving me the month of June, you're kind of just want to stay within yourself, kind of do you. And there's nothing wrong with that, absolutely do you. But there's going to be perhaps a chance encounter which could open a door for you into a new relationship. What I would say is, right now, while you're doing you, work through some of your own personal fears. work through some of the stuff that you've been through in the past, right? And what I've learned, and I'll be honest, it's very difficult. I'm a fire sign here, so sometimes it's a little more difficult than for others to come to some realization. Sometimes you realize perhaps you didn't do things as you should have done them, or you could have done them better, okay? Or perhaps they're showing me a vision of someone who perhaps was cheated on in the past, and that is a true fear for you. You're having some trust issues, okay? So right now, while you're in your zone, while you're doing you, work through these things. So when a door opens for you, you may be more receptive and open to the possibilities. A fiery climax approaches. Well, well, well. So again, this is pushing towards the relationship aspect of this reading more so than anything else right now. From the vision that I am receiving, okay, and they're showing me the two individuals again in this room. It looks like a work-related place. Perhaps there's been some chance encounters, right, with you guys, and nobody's taken the first step to ask the other one out. There comes a time in the near future, throughout this journey for you guys, is that moment comes. So, and it's making my hands, my palms sweat. You know how back in the day when you were young and, you know, the first love and all that feeling, okay, that's starting to kind of creep up again. And it's bringing you some nerves. So the fiery climax is in regards to who finally takes that step of saying, hey, do you want to grab a drink? Do you want to grab a coffee? How about we meet for lunch? Okay, so they're showing me that in this situation, it may not be the first encounter with this person that you end up, you know, perhaps going on a date. Perhaps this will develop over the coming months, like you bump into each other and then you see them somewhere else and you're like, God, I keep seeing this person. Like, why did, you know what I mean? So it kind of builds up. It's kind of exciting. It's very exciting. Luck is on your side. So you're meant to meet this person in your future. Now, whether you open this door that's coming for you now or a future door, the universe and luck, they're working hand in hand to give you the best outcome, or to give you the best opportunities for these outcomes. Whether you take them or not, it's all, you know, it's going to be all you. Okay. Let's take a look at these oracle cards that we've drawn in conjunction with these immunologies. The first is align. Okay. You're being asked to align with your current situation, even if it's not easy to do so. Trust that there is much to be learned by being here. Pushing against what is will only make things harder on you. Align, surrender, and trust. So again, it's bringing me back to, this is the time to sit in your energy. I don't want to say do a life review, because that just seems so like, when I say that, people always take that as, oh, that's the end of your life. You're doing a life review. No, I mean, throughout our lives, I think there's times where we pause and do a review up till that point, okay, and wondering what's next. I think this is one of those times, okay, where you're kind of sitting in your own energy and being the best version of yourself, or creating a better version of yourself. The second card we drew was presence. You're being asked to spend more time in the present moment, to stop ruminating about the past or longing for the future. Your life is happening right now, and when you're not present for it, you'll miss all of its beauty. So, exactly right. Be in your own energy right now. Don't think, oh, when am I going to bump into this person? When am I going to meet the person I'm going to fall in love with? When am I going to do this? No. Do you right now. Do what you enjoy doing. Okay, do things for yourself that bring you happiness. There is not a better energy that can present itself for you is if you are in your own moment, not needing anything, not wanting anything, and just being present and enjoying it, and things start to unfold and happen for you. That's usually how it works. And the situations that are meant to be and have longevity are usually when you're in that state. Okay? Pause. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at all the possible outcomes, and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. So they've immediately switched the button here for you all from relationship to career. This is now feeling more career, business, education related. Perhaps you've been on a path. For some of you, it's the only path you've known. Considering taking a path that some folks may not even consider because it's a giant leap of faith that you would be taking. An example that they're showing me right now is that situation of the individual who loves to work in their garden, who knows about every tree plant known to man, right? Like their knowledge is so expansive and they love their hobby so much. You've wondered, can you take this hobby that you enjoy so much, riding, a motorcycle, riding bikes, whatever it is that you enjoy, playing a sport, can you take that knowledge and can you turn it into a lucrative business? So with this card, they're asking you to put a pause on things and try and develop perhaps like a bit of a business plan. It doesn't have to be in total detail, kind of an outline they're showing me on a piece of paper. See if there's something that would interest you. Now, for some, when you start this journey, and you'll realize, you know what? This was just meant to be a hobby that I love, and that's where it lands. But it's great that you were able to dive into it or kind of dissect it to make so you don't have what ifs later on, like, oh wow, what if I never even tried to go down that path. Okay, that's where that will end for some of you, that it's just a hobby you love. For some, you're going to turn this into a lucrative business, and you're going to wonder to yourself down the line, why didn't I do this sooner? I can't believe it, right? So those are the two paths they're showing me, but they're asking me to share with you to pause, okay? And also, listen. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on this wisdom. So something has been, for lack of a better word, I like to say, kind of gnawing at you a little bit, right? And you're like, no, that's just not for me. I'm not meant to do that. I don't have time, etc., etc. Listen. Take the time to listen. See if it's a path. Check. There's nothing better than getting to a point in your life where you can say, I always wondered about that, but guess what? I tried it. And that wasn't for me, right? You can check that box off. And there's some kind of comfort to that, to knowing that you tried. So yeah, listen. We drew 4 tarot clarifiers, and I'm just checking to see in what manner they would like me to present these guys to you. So let's just go over them real quick. We drew the Fool. We also drew the Moon, Knight of Wands, okay, and the Hierophant. So immediately, these 2 cards right now are going hand in hand, okay? This is pulling at the career, at the hobby, at the change in trajectory and what you're considering. You have a ridiculous amount of knowledge, right? You have an extensive amount of knowledge. And you feel partly as though you would be a fool if you tried to do something in that arena because it's only been a hobby up till now. It doesn't make sense why other people would want to hear your thoughts. But this person is taking a chance. And that's what I absolutely love about the Fool. They are taking their knowledge, okay, and they're taking a chance to see if this is a road that they should travel, right? Sometimes, guys, things aren't always what they appear to be, okay? What I like about the moon is even though there could be confusion and difficulty and struggle, and you kind of feel like you lost your way a little bit, okay? Eventually it brings clarity, right? You come out of this energy and there's clarity, all right? And the Knight of Wands. So what they're sharing with me with the Knight of Wands is they're letting me know that you are a badass, okay? And anything you put your mind to, and they're referring to business at this time. Some of you are actually considering going back to school. Perhaps you stop for a period of time and you're like, no, it's too late. It's just not, it's not in the cards for me to go back. You're turning this leaf. You're taking this kind of dark time feelings about it all, and you're telling yourself, I'm a badass and I'm going to go get what I want. Okay? So a lot of messages came through today for my beautiful earth sign. We are going to end this reading with one final card from the Motivational Insight deck as promised. I'd love to hear how all this resonates for you all. It seems like you guys have quite the journey on the way, and I'm really curious about this chance meeting with this potential individual, this hobby that may turn into a lucrative business. They're also sharing with me right now is some of you have already attempted to turn a hobby into a business, and they're letting me know at the time that you tried it, it wasn't the right time. Sometimes it's all about timing. So perhaps they wanted me to provide you all that one last message. Now is the time, okay? Now is the time to take another chance. All right, let's take a look and see what message we have for you all today. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. Absolutely right. You have to take a chance, okay? The fool is willing to put themselves out there and take a chance and fail or not fail, succeed. Perhaps one plan turns into something better, but you won't know, my beautiful earth sign, until you try. All right. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great month of May, and we'll see you in June.